Oh, yeah. Y'all are tuned in. Just got high with this, your boy Ram, where we talk to all the people in the Oregon cannabis scene who are really doing it. You know, shout out to my boy Black Forest all the way in Germany for that dope track. It's going down. We're here live coming to you from Portland, Oregon. And today I got two of my favorite people in this game, you know, some of my compadres that we're all working together to just try and make it, you know, and survive this wild Oregon cannabis industry with my good friends, Ken and Evan of Happy Daddy Gardens. What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? It's great
good,
to be
brother,
here.
man.
Oh, man. So glad to have y'all on, man. And shout out to everybody tuned in. If you're just tuning in, as we just started this show, Just Got High with, you know, what we do is we can't smoke weed in this studio. So we just got high and then we come on here and talk about whatever, you know, and have a good time doing it. And
Yeah,
talk
we
about
did just get high.
Yeah, we did. I know. I can
For
always.
sure.
Sometimes I'm like, is this the greatest idea? Because man, I get so damn high that I'm like, oh, well, what are we going to talk about? You know, but we got a lot to talk about because man, we just dropped some stuff together this week actually. Just getting out these cherry mints live resin that we just did. I think we just that's not what we smoked, but we were smoking on it earlier.
That's what I just smoked.
Yeah. And he likes that one a
Yeah.
lot. Let me just tell you.
Yeah, that's
It's
actually
fire.
one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, man, me too. So cherry mint. So tell me. So let's talk about this for a second. We'll get into the deeper of where y'all started, but this cherry mints, y'all are true, you know, strain hunters, I would say, man, and really have a good nose and eye for you know fire genetics. So tell us about the cherry mints we just dropped, man. Where's that come from?
So the Cherry Mints is a cross between Cherry AK-47 and Kush Mint 11. This is a breeding from Seed Junkie Jay Beasy. This was a cut gifted to us from a friend. Absolutely wonderful cultivar. It's got those really, really complex cherry cat piss like a ammonia gas terps.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, real old school. You know, if you were into AK-47, you know, now that everything's kind of cookies only, whatever,
Mhm.
whatever. You know, a lot of people don't remember, you know, how long ago, you know, some of these strains were created. You know, back in 2010, 2009, AK-47 was on everyone's list.
Hell
And
yeah.
Cherry
Oh, yeah.
AK was the rarest. That's the pheno of AK-47. That was that cherry flavored AK. So it's that real Afghan. Like when people say, "What is Afghan tasting?" I'm like, "Have you tasted AK-47 or have you treated, you know, Blackberry Kush?" That's Afghan.
Blackberry Kush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
you
real
know.
deal, man. Yeah, dude, this is fire. So what we did is y'all gave us a bunch of this fire flower and we blasted it, turned it into some nice live resin, and I just love the flavor on it. The consistency came out super fire too, and dude, I mean the nose, yeah, it does. It smells like the flower. Oh man, yeah, this shit's fire, man. What man. I'm so high. All this shit.
You know,
We've been
it's
smoking this shit. Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's well, one of the top turds in there, I think, is still Mercer.
It
right?
is, yeah.
So that's a cash.
Full
I
of
mean,
the
it is one that
myrcene, 6% myrcene on these
Mercy.
terps,
There you
man.
go.
Dude, yeah.
That's that Mercy.
Man, yeah, yeah.
So that's what's fun about smoking the old and the new and kind of mixing it. And when we talk about flavors, that's what I love about what Evan and I have been able to do is we get that nice mix up with old school and new school. And so, you know, we go, God, you remember when we tasted that back then or when we tasted this in 2012? And then you go, oh, but this new flavor is awesome.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know. It's just about being a terp freak, really, right? It's like, you know, it never gets old.
So y'all have been in the game for a minute, man. Let's talk about the progression of cannabis over the years. You know what I mean? Like, do y'all feel like it's more fire now, or do you feel like the stuff that we had, you know, 10, 20 years ago was more fire? Because I don't know. I talked to a lot of people about this and we go back and forth on, you know, what we think. What do y'all think?
You know, I'd say personally, I think there's always been quality out there.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of good growers since OG times when things weren't on the recreational level, when there was all this access.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of the old school strains that were around before a lot of this, like, you know, new generation of breeding and like all these new kind of terp profiles that are kind of diverted away from that old school kind of like known staple flavors and whatnot. Oh damn!
Yeah, dude.
No, I think that's here's what three stoners can say. Here's the crazy thing: three of us, different generations, each one probably, I'm oldest generation X, the losers. Then we have, the different generations here. But think about it. The only time you'll see this and talk about terps, all this stuff in the same room is with weed. You'll see this. And this is what I love about it. Keeps me young. You get to talk about weed every day. I'm excited every day to chase the terps, right? So that's one of the things about selecting is you got to chase terps, and everyone wants that shit, right? They want to have shit they've never tasted, or like, oh, what the fuck is that? Or if it gets you high in a way, in effect that you just have not been like, like I'll
like
give
we
you an
are right now.
like we are now,
right
or
now.
you smoke some Jamaican, it's like
Oh,
if you've
man.
never smoked Jamaican and your ears are buzzing so hard because that's how it hits you, or like for example the Afghan, where it's almost, for me, it's like a sativa like effect. For Evan, it's just couch like, it is just a bam.
It's so funny how that works. Some people, that's why I don't really put indica and sativa on my packaging, because I mean, you can Google it, it's there, but like I feel like it can be misleading because
it
it's
is.
different for everybody. And even some sativa ones will couch lock me, but like a golden goat or something real high sativa, it'll fuck me up. And
Pineapple Fields.
Or sour diesel.
Sour diesel, but that one like makes me crazy. I love that one.
I love that
I
one.
miss it. What happened to sour diesel, man? That shit is like disappeared. I had the first.
We still
batch.
have the original East Coast.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, what happened to her? She doesn't have the bag appeal of modern. This is where is modern weed better? That was the question.
Right.
Yeah.
And is it better now than it was?
Mm-hmm.
So the answer is, I don't know. It's garden to garden.
Yeah.
I have tasted fire of every single generation.
Full
I will
circle.
tell you, it's way, way better than the 80s.
Yeah.
Everyone goes back and talks about skunk when I was around in the 80s. And if you want to talk about weed compared to now and then from the triangle, I grew up in the Bay Area. We got the very best weed, I thought, in the country at that time. The 80s. I thought we had the best weed you could get. This before BC bud. This is the skunk bud. Nothing compared to today. Now, did it's different profiles, different highs, things we were trying to hunt for. Now you can almost be overwhelmed because you have a freaking 100 different flavors where you might have 6 staples. You'd be like Colombian gold. I need that. I need some Thai stick, maybe some, Moroccan hash or something, but there's only so many flavors, and you had to really know people to get that stuff, right? And now, it's almost like too easy, and the quality's not being placed in when it should be, because it could be all fire, right? But it should be.
Yeah. People are chasing numbers. I feel like these days the commercial market has really got people, for whatever reason, the shops still push, high THC numbers as better, which I don't get. But because everybody knows that, except for like the 75% of people who shop at shops. And I don't understand where the lack of communication is happening, or like why it hasn't trickled over by now, that it's all about, your nose and your eyes are going to tell you,
Well, I think that's us talking as connoisseurs, though. People still drink Budweiser and think that's the fire. I don't know, and we just drank a $10 beer
right?
That had 5 different ingredients and had some Kush terps or something. So so I don't know. I mean, I think there's levels to everything. Some people can't taste it.
Right.
Now, to me, to have smoke anything that's not great would be a waste of time.
Wasting my lung capacity.
Everything.
At this point, I'm like, I'll just save my lungs for the good stuff.
Well, the flavors.
Yeah.
Holy
so
cow.
many amazing flavors out there. And it just doesn't stop, and it keeps on switching and connecting. That's what I love about, doing the extraction side, is just you get that unique taste. Guys like yourself who grow just like perfect weed, and you can capture the essence of that living plant and put it into a jar, and then you just smoke on that all day. That's pretty nice, man.
So, but you can't argue, like, today's genetics are incredible.
Yeah.
If the true breeders, and there are not many, a lot of the stuff on the market, we test stuff all the time.
A lot of things have got diluted.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are self-proclaimed breeders, and then there's the people out there doing true generational work and really deserve the credit for what they've produced.
And it's beautiful. Like, you know, we'll get into some seed packs, and you're like, every single one of them is just gorgeous. We've been popping a lot of our friend Cutthroat Genetics right now. Big shout out to Pete. He's a badass, but
Yep.
he gets old school Cali genetics. He knows genetics. He's, you know, 40-year-old guy, been around in Cali for a long time and got all the original OGs from the Valley, from all the places you can't get now.
He's got extensive Kush knowledge, and his library is endless when it comes to that classic gas.
For sure.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So what is coming out of the garden of the Happy Daddy currently? Because y'all got it just doesn't stop. And every time I talk to y'all tell me about something new that you have, and I get so excited. And then you give me a sample, and I spend the next 2 days like not knowing what the hell is going on, just getting high as shit.
So something we're about to be trimming up here shortly is the Sherb cake, and that is Sunset Sherbet BX1 by the ice cream cake, and that's from Seed Junkie Genetics as well.
Nice. Yeah, those they're, again, Seed Junkie absolutely killing it. The size, the beauty, the smells, the different terps he's getting. I get the message. You don't mind spending $600 a pack when it's that good.
When it's coming out, and the seeds are on point, because I mean, so many times I bought seeds back in the day, and then they don't produce well. And
he's an artist. I think he's killing it.
A true artist. Yeah.
He does.
That's what I love about Oregon is it's a real true craft state. You know, this is the place where people come who really know their shit and are true craftsmen. And speaking of being craftsmen, I mean, that's what y'all really started off doing back in the day. I mean, y'all, if I know a lot of people tuned in, know Happy Daddy, but y'all started off with the best tools in the game once extract. I was down in Houston buying Happy Daddy tools in like 2012, 2013. And before I moved and got into the legal game. And
Houston's a big weed market.
And it's so big. Everybody smokes weed in Houston, man. And it's a wild, it's a whole different world, being on the front lines of like selling weed out there, where it's like, man, I've gone to jail for, like just crumbs and shit. And then being out here and being in the weed game, where it's like you're immersed.
You can walk around the street and have weed all day.
Yeah. You can go in Medford, Oregon, you go outside and be like, I need 100 pounds of weed. And like 5 or 6 people will be like, what's up?
Exactly. Really?
For real.
No,
for real. Like,
it's snowing.
Yeah. It's the land of marijuana. I love it, man. And to experience the different types of, selling of the weed throughout the years. And then here we are in year 7 of the recreational market, if I'm not mistaken. Good. Lucky number 7, 7-year itch. The market is pretty fucking nuts this year.
Yeah,
and
in fact, as oversaturated as it was last year, we're at 11
million pounds. And 4 million people in the state. Yeah. So like everybody gets like 3 pounds of weed.
Dude, that's just a Christmas right there. That's what the state could do for all the licensees. You get a pound of weed, Oprah that.
We should just be giving it to all the, the houseless folks out there, and just, all the stuff that, oh man, there's a lot.
A lot of it should just be burnt.
Honestly, yeah, for real.
I've seen some of that. Like right now, you see a $30. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, $30 ounces.
Yeah,
that's what's fucked up. And I was talking to Robbie about this on the last show, and it lets you know the market, because you don't see on when you drive by stores and stuff. Like I drove by a shop the other day, and they don't say Funk on sale, or Bose and Echo and Happy Daddy and Evans Creek or whoever, and they say $30 ounce.
That's what they say.
$3 gram of oil, and it's like, what the fuck?
Now we're fortunate, we're lucky because we're so small. That's it. We're small. And we only have a few great shops that carry us, and they carry us well. They do a great job. The shops that we work with, we're very proud to work with. And they'll even partner with us and say, hey, what do you think about Valentine's Day sale or whatever? And we love that.
That's really cool.
It's awesome. But I got to be honest with you. It is hard out there, and you really do need to make your market and know your customer, right? Yeah. Make sure you deliver every time.
Seriously. Yeah. Just taking care of that and treating, because they are your customer. The dispensaries, for what we do, they're our customers, and we have to take care of them and make sure they're good. And I try to get into like 200 shops a month. Yeah. But oh my God, to like keep up with everybody is really tough, and we're so small too. So like just figuring out this market ooh, man, every day it's something new,
It
you
sure
know,
is.
and then
And then the law changes too.
yeah, and then the law changes. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. You know, we got the 2 grams coming soon. So like for the cheaper stuff that
That's
we got coming
fantastic.
out,
And it's
That
good
will
for the
change the
expensive
game
stuff.
up.
yeah. We'll do some
Because
expensive
they'll
stuff.
buy,
Yeah,
because they'll buy more. They'll buy that.
yeah,
They'll buy 10 grams a day.
yeah. Can you do? I
No,
wonder. Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think you
it's
can.
all packaged
Yeah, I
separately,
think
but
so too. So
I was wishful thinking.
I know, man. They need to change that. They need to let people buy a little bit more oil per visit. I would definitely agree on that because there's just so much. I mean, oh my god, when I go and drop off my stuff at a shop, then I see like 50 other choices on the menu, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, even if my stuff's great and even if it's at a great price, like how fast is it truly going to move, you know? And it's just
Yes.
working this market and learning and understanding every day. I feel like I've learned something new and not getting stuck because the people I feel like who get lost in the sauce are the ones who get stuck in their ways and just constantly adapting. That's why I like talking to you guys about talking shop with you guys the most because like you really are smart and understand the game. And I feel like y'all are, almost, see what's coming and can like adapt. And that's what it takes to make it to survive in this shit.
Yeah. And I think, if you're getting into this, I think you had to know that, right? If you
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
that this is coming, like, when there's this kind of production capability,
Mm-hmm.
if you're in it, you're either in it to be the Budweiser or you're in it to be the best.
Yeah.
And, we'd rather not grow.
Yeah.
That's it. I'd rather not grow than grow terrible
So bullshit.
weed
Yeah,
or
I feel
anything
that.
that's not top shelf. If
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it and I don't want to smoke it, it's not going to come out. We'll throw it in the trash. I'd
Yeah.
rather burn it
I feel
and
that.
take a loss.
100%.
Yeah.
We
That's
won't
real.
do it. So,
Yeah.
I think it's like respect your craft.
Mm-hmm.
And then other shit will follow, right?
Yeah.
You respect your craft, respect your customers because they got, if they're coming out and paying that money for that experience, they better get it every time. The
Yeah.
consistency of like when we do Captain Cooch or some new stuff that we have coming, the Captain Cooch, we just love the profile of, and our customers are telling us great feedback from your rosin, and we're going to run back-to-back rosin here in just,
That shit's
a
so
month or
fire.
so.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait. Yeah. That is going to be, and we'll be pushing that to the front of the line.
Oh,
Everybody
that's
hits me up.
special.
I get hit
That's
up like all the time asking when we got more coming. I'm like, oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, it's coming.
Oh,
But
yeah.
and it is, and that was one of the best. I was so proud and thrilled. Like I said, I really like working with you guys is a true honor because you all are such craftsmen, and being around that kind of energy, I appreciate because it makes me want to do better
Yeah,
and just be the best I can be.
And I think that's how it started in the tool game back. We just to
y'all
go
were
full
the fucking
circle.
best with your tools.
Yeah,
Man.
you got to go back to the
Night and
beginning, and we
day.
did it. We did it not to get rich.
Mhm.
We just did it to make safe tools. We gave them away for free for the first, from 2009 to 2010. I just walked around and said, "Don't smoke off that thing when you're dabbing.
Yeah.
Here's something that won't kill you."
We were just trying to deliver the experience that we wanted for ourselves
Yeah.
as smokers and
Mhm.
true medical patients at the time.
And we happen to be blacksmiths.
Yeah.
That also grew
so
pot.
cool. Yeah, dude. I remember when I was in Houston, I had like it was like a katana blade or something like that, and that was like I remember ordering that off of y'all's website way back then, and getting it and receiving it in the mail, and it was like I felt like such a fucking baller,
Well,
because I like knew what was up, and like nobody in Houston knew what the fuck was going on back then, and like I was like. I'm smoking, the live resin off of fucking Happy Daddy tools, and I got my,
we felt like
mothership
we
and blah
felt
blah.
fun like that too.
Yeah.
It felt like everyone was like everyone who knew. If you knew what those were,
Yeah.
then you were inside.
Mhm.
You already knew dabbing. Like most people didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
And we were walking around doing crazy stuff while dabbing. Very, very insane stuff. Dabbing on plane. I mean, I shouldn't even say stuff we did.
The times felt very fun and fortunate.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got away with a lot because no one really had an idea what we were doing. And so
Yeah.
the times back then were fun. There was risk involved. Just manufacturing a tool like we did, carried a 5-year sentence per charge.
Wow.
And to send it out of the state did. This was the Cheech and Chong, the Tommy Chong laws, the Ballin laws.
That's right.
So, and we made things that were scoops, which were illegal in and of itself because of other laws that apply to other drugs. So we just said, people deserve safe access. And, we gave our best then. And, when I lost the ability to use our hands, Evan and I had been growing together all the years in medical. And we had every intent to continue doing both the tools and the garden. And it just so happened that, couldn't do the tools, but the garden's always been our passion. He's, this guy's freaking Mr. Green Thumb.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, y'all are a great combination, man. I love watching your work. And yeah, Evan, you're a damn G in the game, man. Talking to you about stuff, you really, you know what's up, and that's nice. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. You've been in this. I mean, you grew up here in the Oregon, in Portland area, and all that, and just you just grew up in this shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
that's real.
This is what I've done since day one, and this is what I know.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that he's one of the rare exceptions, because he got in on this thing at 18, because of medical. So Evan was growing from day one. As an 18 below 8, I ain't gonna get him in trouble. But let's just put it this way: his brothers had worked for Happy Daddy and Not Smokers, and I had met them way in the day at a community college blacksmithing. So we all met just through blacksmithing. Well, blacksmiths are stoners like a mug. I don't know. Unless you're religious, man, every single blacksmith I ever met smokes weed. I just don't know a single
They
one.
imbibe.
They enjoy. They're artistes. Anyway, so that's a little secret. If you like your favorite knife maker, he probably gets stoned. Unless he's super religious. Anyway. So anyways, Evan and I started meeting, and here I am getting all kinds of weed, and expensive weed, right? And I'm, all these growers, and Evan's like handing me buds, through his brother, and I'm tasting blackberry kush, especially blackberry kush. The first time I ever tasted blackberry kush for a long time. And I tasted it, I'm like, that's fucking insane. And I give him Master Kush back, or Quantum Kush or something. We're just changing out buds. And that's how I met Evan, just from the love. We literally, before we met for probably a year, we just traded buds.
Yeah.
Never even see him, never even knew. I thought it was his brother's older brother, Sean, because Sean's like, an older guy, and he's kind of rough and tumble, and he was the assistant in the blacksmithing class at the time, and definitely looks like a stoner. Evan doesn't look like. Evan's pretty. Evan looks like, a college jock or something, a UFC fighter. But he doesn't look like, he's a stoner. But Evan's like the stoner of us all.
I know. I will say, I was like, I underestimated you when I first met you. I was like, oh yeah, this youngster coming up in the game, man. But you're a little older than I thought you was, and you a motherfucking real G in the game, and been doing, like, it's so cool to see, like, I think, like, that's dope, the way you came up. I wish that I had the opportunity to meet and do those type of things as a youngster, instead of fucking taking a bunch of Xanax and running wild through the streets of Houston. Like, it's cool, and when you're older, you're gonna, you're gonna be so much more in a good position, you know what I mean? And so,
he ran wild too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the good news is he ran wild, and then he's like, I just think I want to stay here.
I centered myself.
Yeah.
Center.
I wish I did it like a little bit younger in the game, because because when you're younger, you can soak up more. My ass now, dude. Like, people tell me shit, and I'm just like, I'm tired, and it's dope to we come up, because, man, we're just getting started. As we've been in the rec scene for 7 years, and the medical for X amount of years, and but we're just getting started is the reality. This is the beginning, and people like yourself and OGs like you, and what Maya's is trying to do, we're just trying to make a real
and
industry.
Like you,
we're trying to be
a
real
industry. This.
Well, man, we're trying to do the damn thing
out here, making moves.
Out here making moves.
Sure. Not only that, the brand looks great. People love it, and what else can you say? You come in, make a brand that people, that's how we met, through the tools. We met through just being.
We met at Archive on 420 on the Dab bus. That was so much fun, and I remember meeting y'all. I felt like I was meeting a celebrity, like, for real. I was like, oh, these are the Happy Daddy. Oh man, I'm telling you, like, when it's cool, you meet people, but, like, products mean stuff to people, and you look at a product and you respect people's craft and stuff like that, and you like, this
we loved what we did.
Game.
We loved it.
Yeah.
We had a damn good time making shit.
Yeah. And Evan literally made every single high-end tool with me. So when we collaborated, even then, every high-end tool went through both of our hands. And that's how it became a high-end tool, period.
Yeah. And they are. I got like several of them. People are trying to take them at the Funk Extracts lab. That's pretty much all we use to package our products.
I got to say, we're so happy for us when Funk ordered. We're like, oh man, we're so excited. Funk's going to get some cool lab tools.
We got a bunch of tools from y'all, man. And it's dope. And,
I hope they still last forever.
Oh, they do. I mean, they look brand new. I was wiping one off the other day, the one that you hook up to the drill. And I was cleaning that the other day when I was looking at some stuff. And Yeah, it looks brand new. I wiped it down with alcohol and it looks brand new. I've been using it for 2-3 years now. And I mean, and we've been using it
That's what
too,
I'm saying. Lifetime.
Yeah, the quality is there. And it speaks, volumes in your tools and then to now your garden. And if you haven't tried their weed yet, it's just some of the fucking best. What's some of the best shops around the area we can get it at?
Right now, you can get some of the cherry mints currently at Americana.
Yeah, on the Treasure Valley
Treasure
is
Valley.
fantastic.
Eastern Oregon out there in
Yeah.
Ontario.
We have New Portland if you like delivery.
Yeah,
We have
delivery service.
Archive carries our weed on,
Yes.
That's
on
dope.
and off and stuff. And then we always have in
The
Truth
Vibes.
Dispensary, Herbal
Yeah.
Remedy, the Vibes. Yeah.
Or formerly Amberlight.
Amberlight. There you go.
Oh, Amberlight changed their name?
Amberlight. Yeah, it's
I
Amberlight.
believe it's the
It is
Vibes
now
now.
called
Yeah.
Amberlight the Vibe.
The
Yes.
Vibe. I like it. I'm coming to see. Is my boy Max still there?
Man, he is.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go
he
see
is.
Max. What's up, Max? I'm coming
Max.
to bring you some
The
of this.
homie.
Yeah,
Happy
he'll like.
Daddy Funk.
Oh, he'll like
Yeah,
that.
it's fire, man. This shit. And we did some live resins on these. So this mandarins and diesel that we did was a cured batter.
It was.
But dude, it's still so stanky because y'all give us some of the best cured material because it's and I'll say this to all the growers out there: freeze your shit if you're going to give it to an extractor. Freeze it the second that you trim it, because that's what these guys do, and it just makes for great stuff. We don't have to do any type of filtration on cured material. It's so stanky, and oh man, yeah. I want to smoke some more.
I want to
of this.
smoke
Yeah.
some of that.
Yeah, it's good. And this is affordable. Now the market is so saturated. The funk has dropped quite a bit.
That one's like, that's what's nice. Everyone
this
can
one's
go
like
smoke that.
$20 out the door
Yeah,
now,
$20
and
out
it's
the door.
fucking fire.
There you
It
go.
makes me mad.
What
that I
can you
sell
get
it.
for 20?
But hey,
I want some
Yeah.
$20.
$20 make you holla. You know what I'm saying? That's right there. The
Oh,
Mandarin
my
Diesel.
goodness.
It's hitting shops this week. We just dropped it. Man,
that's a nice one.
And I'm so proud to work with you guys. We do this fun thing on the show where I don't know, like a few weeks ago, me and Sabrina, my assistant, like wrote a bunch of like random ass questions on here. I don't even remember what any of them are anymore, but we pull y'all one and we can see what the deal is. And Mr. Evan first. Yeah.
Evan.
Oh.
It's got the Alfredo shirt, so
Oh,
I think
I
he
like
should
Alfredo.
pull it first.
I want some Alfredo tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Tell us
Is
about
Alfredo
your first
never-
trip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we mean acid.
Yeah, nice.
Oh.
I don't think you had. Oh, sorry. I was sitting there trying to think that
My
was
first trip, that was some Liberty Caps, some shrooms. That was me and some of my boys when we were all real young, fucking around the town on TriMet. We were running around on the Max skateboarding. I think I was about 14. So, we were just
Liberty Caps are pretty out of body. I got to say, I didn't have Liberty Caps till I came to Oregon. And I don't know if you've experienced. My hardest trip was not on acid. It's literally Liberty Caps. I went straight up binary, like Matrix shit. No, I think you're like bullshit, dude.
No,
I
like
looked
DMT
at,
style.
like yes, like full on out of body. I'm looking out the window and I'm like, this is one of those trips
Where you see yourself and everything.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I'm binary like the Matrix, and I'm like, this is one of those trips I'm always gonna remember. That's Liberty Caps.
Yeah.
And then I cleaned the fourth floor for 4 hours. Like, seriously, like I scrub. Like I had to, seriously, like they make you do crazy shit. Stay away from that shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I just remember we were running around the town and there was some fresh concrete and pavement that they just got done at the Clackamas Town Center. And it was just like this pink, sparkly concrete. And I just looked down and my feet were just like going into this. It looked like a static, like when your old TV went out and whatever, but it was just this pink static and my feet were like submerging into the shit. And I was just like, oh shit. And I just looked up. I just walked forward and I was like, okay, you're good. But I'd say that was like my first trip. Some Liberty Caps when I was like 14 years old.
That sounds like a great time.
That does sound like a great time.
My first trip was some acid, and I don't remember much of it. I was like 17 or something, and I just remember going to this Taco Cabana restaurant, and like the parking lot was brick, but not straight brick. It was like kind of like curved or whatever. all that shit turned into snakes. And like I was like, I don't want to walk through that. It wasn't like scary snakes, but it was just like slit. I was like, I ain't walking on those snakes, man. It's not gonna happen. And I had these two girls like lift me up, with my feet off the ground and like carry me in the car. That's all I remember.
Pretty cool,
yeah, it was good. Oh no! And then I forgot about that. So then we drove through Rice University at 3:00 in the morning. We got pulled over by the fucking cops. I forgot about that. That's the main part. Yeah, we got
the same.
Oh yeah, same night. So that was cool in the beginning, and then 3 a.m. we're trying to go to a friend's house. We cut through Rice University, which was a mistake. The Rice University cops pull us over because they had blocked it. They didn't want people cutting through, I guess. And we were tripping.
You still tripping?
Okay. Yeah, my buddy was driving my car, thank God, and he wasn't even like he was sober. They pulled him out, fucking arrested him for DWI, but he wasn't even like fucked up. And then they let me drive my car home, and I'm like tripping balls, and like I was like, I can drive my car home. I was like, okay. They gave me like 6 tickets. I had a big bag of fireworks in the car, and like I got a ticket for that. It was like $1,000 ticket. And they let me drive home, and then we got to the house, and my buddy passed out, and the phone starts ringing, and it's like, you have a call from a Harris County inmate. And I was like, oh shit, I hung up the phone. I was like, it was my buddy calling me trying to get out. I was like, oh, that was a wild night. I forgot about that part.
Wow,
yeah,
that is not a small night,
that's how doing drugs in Houston, man.
Yeah, I don't know shit. You just said,
here's
my first time I ever took fucking. Here's the first time I ever tripped. Not only did you get like fucked up beyond all recognition, just tripped.
Got my whole car searched.
You got searched. You got $1,000 fine for fucking. Were you gonna fucking light fireworks off while you were tripping?
No, I just kept fireworks on me all the time.
Just random.
I would keep. Yeah, you never know when I used to like take like 100 pack of black cats and like get into traffic and like maybe throw it in the back of somebody's truck or something. Just have some fun.
When it's time to celebrate.
I like to give people like in traffic, like when they go home, they were like, honey, you'll never believe what happened to me in traffic today. I used to like, I'm gonna be that motherfucker, like nothing bad, but it's just something, maybe I'll throw a magnet on the side of your car or something, just something to fuck with people, man. I don't know. When I was young, I used to do that shit.
Yeah, me too. But, I did it through stereos though.
With the subs.
Sure, that was my jam. Subs. Yeah. But
man. Well, what question do you have, sir?
Oh, my question. If you were stuck on an island with your worst enemy or alone, which would you choose? Oh, that's a great question. I got to contemplate this for a minute.
That's
stuck on an island with my worst enemy or alone. All right, here's the gig. It's not pretty. I want to be on the island with my enemy, and then I'll fucking murk them, and then I'll be alone.
Nice. There you go. And then if you need some food, you can eat. No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever,
When you like that movie.
So how about that? Is that good?
That's
me.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
that would be me as well.
Yeah,
be like that.
Or you could keep him around. Maybe you could change his ways.
Yeah,
or their ways.
You could talk to him, act like, well, hey, let's be friends, buddy, and then like give him to build some shit with you or something, help you out, and then you off them and enjoy
and then
the fruits of the labor. Yeah, make them do some work first.
Yeah, you're on that. Yeah, and exactly. Then build your own raft.
Yeah.
Build them up.
Help me build my house. Hey, come on, man.
You can get away.
Yeah, but hopefully he doesn't do that to you first.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I feel you. Yeah,
gotta survive.
Yeah. At least have somebody to talk to for a little bit, I guess. I don't know, because being alone all the time would maybe make you go crazy.
No, I'm
living on an island. I don't know.
Your worst enemy?
Yeah,
I mean, I've had some enemies.
Yeah.
I just mark them.
Get
it done.
I'll
be alone.
See, I'm
good.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, one
not
of
gonna
those
use them.
people
Yeah.
No.
It takes a lot of manipulation to do all that shit.
We're both gonna die eventually. I might as well just get that anger out. Fuck it.
Thank you. That's the first
Feel
part
good
of grieving.
when I'm going out.
Anger. Yeah. Just get rid of the first part of grieving. I'm on an island.
Stuck on an island with this motherfucker?
That's it.
Hell
Done.
no.
I'm gonna ride through the winds.
Done
deal. Okay. No, I like it. So yeah, different perspectives on that one. But bottom line, the motherfucker's getting killed.
Yeah.
I'm
no
sorry.
matter what. I feel that. That's funny.
I mean, we all came from the Wii game for a reason.
Yeah.
A lot of us didn't play well with that.
No, I know. This was a little more, it's so soft these days, and things are crazy, man.
It's different.
It's a whole different game, that's for sure. Yeah.
Oh man.
Owing people money is my least favorite thing in this game, man. And in the game how it used to be, you owe somebody $100. I know people who have lost their life over $100 something.
The world has changed.
It has changed a lot.
I got it wrote down in my little
Yeah. It's wild. But I'm just very grateful to be here in this Oregon recreational game with y'all.
Sure.
I think there's no other state doing it how we do it. This is a true craft state. Every other motherfucking state's got like some corporate shit going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just sick of all that corporate stuff.
And there's some still great weed. We still go
Yeah.
out and buy our,
Amazing.
other gardens weed,
Yeah.
and they're fire. Some of them just kill
Who's
it
some
right
of y'all's
now.
favorite gardens besides yourself?
Right now, one personally that I thought's been producing some dank was Herbal Dynamics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. I have to check that out. I've seen them around. I haven't tried their stuff yet.
I've been impressed with Heights. The Heights
Co.
is,
Mm.
Heights Co.
Yeah,
is silent but
yeah.
deadly, and they grow some
Yeah.
fire, man.
Nice.
That
They
clean,
definitely-
good weed. Whatever they do, good job. It's fire.
These are
Best
both good
gelato
suggestions.
33
Best
I've
in
had.
me
Yeah.
too. Seriously,
Yeah.
best I ever smoked.
Nice. I think I
Incredible.
actually had that. The Heights Co. I've had them a couple of times. I mean,
Mhm.
those are good suggestions because there's two people that I wouldn't have thought of. I've been smoking on
But
a Mac
Focus
Crew.
North.
Yeah,
we've
Focus
heard
North does some
great
great. Oh,
things,
yo,
right?
North
their
is
fatso is
That
so
yeah.
good. Oh my god,
They're
yeah,
doing great.
They're
legit.
just straight GMO as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah. They do a
And of
great
course,
job.
they have another. We have
Yeah.
Tropicana. They have a beautiful
They have-
Tropicana. Theirs is
Beautiful
a little bit
pheno.
more tangy almost, and
Yeah.
ours is a little bit more cookies. But they have a beautiful pheno with that.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And then let's talk about organics real quick before we get out of
Yeah.
here. What is, like how is y'all's growing methods, and what's important to you as a grower, as when it comes to your method?
So essentially, our main focus is we want to share the experience that we're trying to capture for ourselves. And since day one, we've just always been trying to grow the cleanest quality that we can produce. So, there's so much contradiction and controversy like on what is organic nowadays and like what people would consider a representation of true organics. It's just like kind of a lost concept now. For us, we just kind of always kind of claimed our methodologies as natural and organic, because a lot of the things that are produced nowadays in a lot of the craft cannabis is not considered organic.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Like, it may be organic in the DOA's eyes,
Mhm.
Department of Agriculture, but that's just this one country. It's like you got to look at things globally and like the resources that they use to mine and cultivate these
Yeah.
organics and stuff. So
when you're adding minerals to soil, when you're doing all these things, what we always like to say is that when gardening changes, and one of the things we looked at is in Denmark specifically. In Denmark, they really had an issue where they no longer could use pesticides. Okay. And that's for all vegetables. They're like, okay, you cannot use anything but natural inputs and non-pesticides. So we grow in a Denmark style. We use natural and organic inputs to make the plants super healthy.
Nice.
So healthy that they avoid bugs and diseases. So they produce so much pectin on the plant. When you see the plants, they're so healthy. The leaves feel like, leather. You can bend the plants without them breaking because we're not overfeeding them.
Right.
Most plants, the reason they taste so bad is people are adding so much nitrogen,
Mhm.
they're actually weakening the cell wall of the cannabis plant. And it's in tomatoes, which is a family of cannabis, right? In tomatoes, which is a cousin of it, it's called, bleeding wall syndrome, where the tomato breaks down and it turns black. So you take this beautiful fruit and you destroy it by having too much. So Evan's like a bodybuilder. And this is where I got the idea of years. We did soil. We've done every kind of growing you can imagine. We've made our own soils. We reuse soils from our facility for, I think, up to 2 or 3 years.
it was 3.5 years
Yeah,
that we
of the
hand
same soil.
amended the
So
same
no-till.
soil batch.
It was a
Wow.
till. It was a till reuse soil.
Yeah.
So we did retail.
Yeah.
But when we did all those different styles, we kept going back to what tastes the best and what's the best for the plant. And Evan would look at the plant and go, look, here's this root, this bud, let's taste it all. So we went through and
And
tasted
you do
it
it
all.
each strain and not just generic, like this is how we grow. You
Oh,
actually look at the plant and say, what does this one need?
We would do individual tester runs
Mhm.
side by side of just a singular cultivar
Yes.
with two different methodologies
Yeah.
and see what is producing the higher quality. And
and it's very expensive.
Yeah.
First off, what we do is probably at least 3-4 times more expensive than what's out on the market just to feed the plants. And we have to clean and maintain our lines because organics don't do well.
That is the thing.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So we really have to do extra work all the way through the facility to keep it.
We're out there early and late, making sure our line maintenance and everything is proper.
We like to think of the plants as being so healthy that if you were in that garden, you go, wow, just this is what cannabis is about.
And that's the real deal, man. That if you're out there growing, that's some real game for y'all, because that's how you really do it. I've extracted everything in the Oregon market, from good to bad to filled with too many nutrients to completely nothing, just water fed, and less is more. Living soil, right? You're feeding the soil, not the plants, right? Creating a great environment for the plants to grow in. And y'all get this weed from my boys, the Happy Daddy. They really got some of the best out there. And again, it's an honor to work with you gentlemen, and I'm glad to have y'all here on the show. We just got high. I'm fucking high.
I'm high.
Yeah. And I'm ready to go get more high, though.
That cherry mints was fucking knockout.
I'm ready to do a little dab of that.
Thank you so much for all your artisan work, man.
Yeah,
without funk, I think that what's great is you get to work with people that make it so much more fun. And that's what makes this business also so great, right? It's just the fun you get to have with those folks.
That's real, man. That is real. And it is. At the end of the day, we're just doing what we love and bringing it to the people. So support local, support these small businesses, not these big entities, with tons and tons of money. We're just out here trying to make it. And these two dudes I'm proud to work with, and y'all just got high with us. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. Shout out to Talkcast PDX. Shout out to my boy Black Forest, Funk Extracts, Happy Daddy Gardens. Y'all funk with us on the internet, on them interwebs, and it's all good. And remember, if it ain't local, it ain't live. You got to be out there supporting local artists and businesses. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. Next time, we're going to get high with somebody else and show you what's going on in the world of the Oregon cannabis culture. Peace.